Hey guys, and welcome back. And today I've got not one but two guitars to show you, both of them from CMG Custom Guitars, coming right up. Yeah, I'm delighted that Chris Gorham, the lovely Chris from CMG Custom Guitars, has brought me down two guitars to try out for you today. And the first one we're going to have a quick look at is this beauty here, which is the double cut guitar. Now this has got an African sapele body and American book matched walnut top on it, black walnut top. The neck is a laminate. It's in 5 pieces with purple heart in the middle and then rock maple and sapele on the outside. The fingerboard is purple heart. The bridge is a Granger. The tuners are Wilkinson's, and it has got iron gear pups in it. That's right, the iron gear dirty torque in the bridge and the blues engine in the neck. So this should sound really, really nice. We do like those iron gear pickups. It's a 24 3/4 inch scale length, and the whole guitar has been finished in an oil finish. One of my favorite features is this heel cut. Look at that heel cut, it's absolutely beautiful. So let me give you a bit of a closer look at that heel cut. There we are. Okay, so you can see it really is just nicely sunk into the neck there, and the neck joint is so good for access at the top frets. It's a really beautiful looking and sounding guitar. This is the heavier of the two, weighing in at 8 pounds, which is about 3.5 kilos, because this one isn't chambered. However, guitar number 2 is a chambered guitar. There we go. Let me give you a closer look at that. There we are. Oh, okay. Now this one, the only differences are this is chambered, it's still a sapele body, and it's got a beautiful book matched British sycamore top on it. Let me see if I can give you a better view of that. Look at that top. Isn't that gorgeous? Both guitars have got these wooden knobs, really, really nice wooden knobs. Both guitars have a treble bleed, straightforward, 2 humbuckers, no push pull, so they are all humbuckers, but there's a treble bleed. These are beautifully easy pots to manipulate and really good hardware. This has got differences, same neck build. Okay, so it's got the purple heart, the maple and the sapele, but this one's got an ABM 3250 bridge and Goto tuners. There we go. Now the big difference comes in these pickups, which are actually CMG Chris Gorham hand wound pickups, and they should sound really, really nice. Both guitars feature a bone nut. This is also a 24.5 inch typical Gibson scale length, but this has also got a really nice headstock laminate as well to match the British sycamore body, which I think you'll agree really looks something special. So we are, as always, we're going to give these two guitars exactly the same treatment as we do everything else, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts and feelings on the playing of them. But first of all, we're going to hear them through the Pocket Pod. As always, I will check out the unaffected tones, and so you can hear the volume and tone pots and all 3 positions first. Second up, we're going to have the nice clean tones, and I'm going to compare both guitars against each other at each position. As always, I make no comment on what I think of the tones. That is for you guys to do down in the comments section down below. And I really hope you enjoyed those tones. One thing I would say is it was such a beautiful day today that I decided to go out in the garden to give you a view of these guitars under natural light rather than just in the studio lights. Next up, I tried the gain tones. which of the two guitars did you like using the simple gain tones again on the Pocket Pod? It is the great leveler and I really like using it because it gives you an idea of how these guitars sound in comparison to every other guitar I've demoed for you. Finally, I did pump out the volume and cranked up the tones to get the lead tones out of the Pocket Pod. So there you have the lead tones as well. I'd be really interested to see what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, I love reading your comments, and what's more, I respond to just as many as I possibly can. So do let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed these guitars, they are made by Chris Gorham. He's a lovely guy. He started out working in his father's furniture shop, and then when he heard Bohemian Rhapsody, he was hooked and got into the music industry. He spent many a year working in the recording industry with loads of artists, including the likes of Thin Lizzy, of all things. And he's a good friend of quite a number of very high profile players. Scott Gorham, no relative, but he is a friend of Scott Gorham, and also Bernie Marsden. Latterly, he got into working for MTV, mixing live bands as well. And it's only during his semi-retirement that he's got into building these beautiful guitars. I think he's got a real talent for it. But as always, I'll let you tell me in the comments section down below. I'm going to give you some close-up pictures of these guitars, plus another couple of guitars that Chris has built, and so that you can see some of the detail, like this wonderful volute shape that he's got, and also some close-ups of these beautiful woods and beautiful finishing. I really hope you enjoy it. Let's go and have a look at some closer detail. So the question I know you'll want answered is, what were these guitars like to play? Well, both of them were incredibly well finished and very, very smooth. They felt great in the hands. The neck profile was really easy on both. And what I particularly liked, although a lot of luthiers do roll over the edges a little more on the fretboard, I like the fact that they were a little more rectified, and also the fact that you could definitely feel all of the fret ends, but they were really buttery smooth. They were really rounded off. They weren't sharp at all. You could do the film nylon tights test on them quite happily. In terms of the tone, I'm going to leave that entirely to you, but what I would say is I really, really like both sets of pickups. I'm a big fan of iron gear pickups, as you already know, but also those CMG wound pickups, the custom wound pickups in the figured top guitar, the single cut, was really, really nice in terms of tone. They were really good, and I think they were a little more subtle than the iron gears. The tuning was absolutely stable, as you would expect of a guitar at this kind of price point. We're talking around the £1,500 to £2,500 for these kind of guitars. Obviously that does include case as well, but I really enjoyed playing both of them. I have to say, I'm not going to differentiate between the two, but I did like the double cut access up to the top frets. I felt that heel joint was really, really comfortable, and I did enjoy that an awful lot. The body contouring and the elbow or the armrest cut on both were very, very comfortable. There were no sticky out sharp bits anywhere, and particularly on the hand on the bridge, they were really nice and smooth bridges and felt great. The nuts were brilliantly cut on both guitars, and again I think this helped with the tuning stability. And also I think that the bridges, the fixed bridges, were a really, really nice design. It might have been nice to have string through body rather than fixed bridges, but that's really being very, very picky. So overall, really incredibly nice to play, as you would expect at this price point, and I think Chris really does pay a lot of attention to detail, and that clearly comes from his background with his father working in the furniture industry. So yep, thumbs up from me on both those guitars, and at some point in the future maybe I'll get to play the other two that you've just seen in the pictures as well, because he's continuing to build. I'll leave his details all in the description down below. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a like. That really does help the channel, and do all the usual things that you do: comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Even ring the bell if you want to. And finally, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I would like you to come up with an acronym for CMG for today in the comment section, and then I know you've made it to the end of the video, which I'm really grateful for. As always folks, I'll be back with the very best content I can just as soon as I can, but in the meantime, you take good care.